Hello again, this is Alex with MasterChartsTrading.com, and this is Market Recap for Friday, September 1st, 2017. So first of all, I want to urge those listening to this video, donate to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund. One of the best ways to donate money is to redcross.org. I think donations are a very important part of a healthy human relationship, especially if you make money in the stock market. I think it just kind of like a good thing to do. So do hit the donate button for the relief of Hurricane Harvey. I think they're in dire straits right now. I mean, I'm looking at pictures like this, for example. There is just so much flooding going on, and if you don't really want to do Red Cross, you can donate to, for example, pet relief too. Anyways, but I ramble. Let's get back to our stock market. Again, please hit the like button. It's down below. Again, I'm not charging for these videos, and I don't have any advertisements running anymore. I disabled the advertisements for YouTube. I think they are distracting, and I don't make any money anyways. Okay, stocks bounced strongly. Some stock indices, QQQ included, actually hit all-time highs. We'll look at biotech, utilities, healthcare, and they're all hitting multi-year or all-time highs. Junk bonds, I think, have bottomed, and stocks are outperforming bonds. US dollar again hit multi-year lows. We'll see if it's trying to bottom or maybe not. I don't know. But gold is definitely taking advantage of this. I'll show GDX also. We'll look at GDX. And I think gold is in a bull market, and since March 2016. We'll look at West Texas Intermediate versus Brent, and it's just behaving really weirdly, and I don't like it for oil. Natural gas again rallied, and I'll show our position from MasterCharts Trading for copper as it continues its breakout. Okay, let's start with S&P 500 ETF SPY. So once again, please hit the like button. It's down below. So we're very close to all-time highs. This is a clearly bullish chart for multiple reasons, but number one, simply because these are all-time highs. And if if you're having trouble with stock market and you're trying to pick stocks which are bullish, this is the easiest thing. Only look at stocks which just hit 52-week highs or all-time highs, and simply wait for a pullback and then buy. This is all we do at MasterCharts Trading. We look for stocks that are going up, we wait for a pullback, and we buy and we ride it up. That's it. It's that simple. Don't make it complicated. S&P 500 was oversold a little bit in mid-August. Now we're surging again. We're close to all-time highs. Advanced decline line has hit all-time highs, so we have confirmation of the bull market. This is a weekly time frame for S&P 500. Let me zoom in for you guys so you see what I mean. So last week I mentioned that this particular candle, this is a weekly chart by the way, I prefer, honestly, if you have to trade, actually trading on weekly charts is extremely rewarding, because you make one transaction a week on Friday afternoon, and then you just sit there and enjoy your life. Weekly charts give a lot less false signals than daily charts, and obviously the hourly and the intraday charts, they are very difficult to trade. So here we have a weekly candle, the latest one. This candlestick is one of the most bullish candlesticks out there. The reason being is the following. The close is very close to the end of the session, in this case a Friday close. This is a hollow candlestick with a close well above the open. Also, additionally, there is a presence of buyers intra-week in this particular case. So there is a buying shadow out of the bottom. So, and additionally, the selling shadow out of the top is very minor. It's very small. So this is one of the most bullish candles out there, I think. And I have a strong suspicion we will first hit fresh highs before any kind of pullback will materialize. I think this was possibly it. QQQ, Power Shares, Nasdaq 100. We have a position at MasterCharts Trading. We opened it recently. Already profitable. Pretty clear bottoming action and surge to fresh all-time highs. So again, on Friday we hit all-time highs for QQQ. We have advanced decline lines hitting all-time highs, and notice again that it was slightly oversold. Notice how much more the QQQ becomes overbought. Notice this is a Brett's momentum oscillator, but you can use anything you like. For example, MACD. If you really want to make a point, you can take MACD for example. Just let me update the chart for you. So here's MACD. Pretty straightforward. You know, look how much more overbought it becomes and how rarely it gets oversold. You know, this is just a sign of a bull market, so don't argue with it. Basically, here's QQQ on a weekly time frame, and I continuously point out the fact that it is very difficult to short stocks, and especially if you're a new trader. I discourage my subscribers from shorting stocks until they have a very strong feeling of the market. Notice here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles, and these are weekly red candles, so they mean a lot more than, for example, daily red candles. Additionally, you have this week right here, the week of August 7 and the week of August 14. These two candles, very bearish, especially the one on week 14. Notice how the close is next to the end of the session. There is selling present, and there was strong selling present throughout the week. So this is a bearish candle, and you have 4 in a row. So if you, for example, only want to take signals which have been confirmed, you got, for example, here 2 bearish candles. So this is a very strong bearish confirmation. And what happens afterwards? Notice these are all-time highs. So for clearly bullish securities, and clearly bullish securities are the ones that hit fresh highs. There's just, it's pretty straightforward. One day, this all-time high or the future all-time high may be the last one for a while. For example, in 2007, in year 2000, maybe a little bit later, there was the latest all-time high for that particular bull market, and then the bear market ensued. But for now, we could continue higher for a long time. And I mean, look at this move here from November until June of this year. We just continuously hit fresh highs. Here's IWM, Russell 2000. Now, here in mid-August, I'm active on Twitter, so occasionally I read some Twitter there feeds, and I heard some chatter that since we closed below the 200-day moving average right there, then we're going to say that this is a bearish security. Now, I completely disagree with this assessment. I think this is still a bullish security simply because these are all-time highs, once again. So IWM, we have a position at MasterCharts Trading, and it's gaining nicely as well. Here's Dow Jones Industrial Average. Pretty straightforward, the same as S&P. You get all-time highs. We're approaching all-time highs. We hit all-time highs in advanced decline line recently in the advanced decline volume. So Dow Jones doing just fine. I personally have a position on Dow Jones as well. Here's financials. Now, financials compared to, let's say, technology this week underperformed. Uh, I think the reason being because bonds have also been moving higher, and since financials, this particular fund has a lot of banks in it, and banks make a lot of its money from lending at higher rate than they're borrowing, so there's a difference in the interest rate in which they lend versus which they borrow. And since bonds are going higher, the interest rate is getting lower, and this shrinks the profit margin for the banks. So understandably, they are a little bit under pressure. But I think this is also a bullish chart, again, because this is all-time highs, simply because of that. Here's XLV, again, all in a daily time frame. These are all-time highs. XLV, I think, is powered by a biotech, and this looks like a very straightforward kind of cup and handle maybe situation. So we can measure the depth of this pattern. It's about 4%. We could potentially expect a move higher of about 4% just from this particular pattern. Of course, biotech is a big part of XLV healthcare. This is my position. I opened here on, let me see what this is, on August 22nd at 76.86. So like right there. So yeah, we got a first target now, about 10% up. You know, pretty nice gain. So do sign up at MasterCharts Trading. You know, you can get a free trial. Real estate also, I think, has been propelled by lower interest rates, and these are 52-week highs. So real estate is doing just fine. And we also have a position on MasterCharts Trading in real estate. And finally, here's utilities. Now, the weird part was that utilities broke out first to fresh all-time highs right there, August 9th. So it's possible that in this particular case, another leg higher is being led by the utilities. Again, because I think interest rates are dropping, in other words, bond prices are rising. So to summarize, I think S&P 500 is in a bull market. Most of the stock funds are in a bull market, and I would continue to look for buying opportunities, and I would certainly avoid shorting, especially QQQ. Okay, moving on to bond universe. Here's junk bonds on a daily time frame. Again, also a relatively shallow correction here from all-time highs in July. This is turning out to be a buying opportunity because again, junk bonds are gaining towards all-time highs. This chart is adjusted for dividends. Junk bonds on a weekly time frame, again, pretty clear uptrend. I don't see too much bottoming, or rather topping action. I mean, we haven't made yet fresh highs, but these two last week's candles look quite bullish. And I mean, this candle from last week looks very bullish, and today and this week's as well. So they both look quite nicely. I don't see, I mean, this shooting star with a follow-through does look threatening. So ideally we should make a fresh high, and especially closing high, but not too much to worry in my opinion right now. Here's S&P versus TLT. So for the past 2 weeks, TLT has underperformed. In other words, stocks have outperformed. So both TLT and S&P gained, or rather, let me rephrase that, TLT actually lost half point, 24%. But nevertheless, this TLT 20 plus year Treasury bond fund, we have a position as well in at MasterChartsTrading.com. This is showing a little bit of fear present in the markets. Now, lots of things to fear, obviously, and right now, I just, several days ago, North Korea has conducted another nuclear, well, in this case, they're saying it's a possible hydrogen, H-bomb, hydrogen bomb. So, yes, definitely something to worry about. Potentially, TLT is gaining because of those tensions. There's no way to know right now. It's a potential shooting star. Notice here bearish engulfing. I think it has been, this big bearish engulfing pattern right there. I think it has been reversed. And I think this is still a bullish chart. Now, again, we are coming very close to the support break area. So, it does look like there is resistance now forming from the peak from June and the peak from this week, and there's support break back from 2016. So maybe there is resistance that is forming here. It is possible. LQD, this is corporate investment grade bonds, all-time highs. So very nice move for the corporate bonds, all-time highs. And this weekly chart I have gone over in the past. TLT was a little bit confounding, but LQD I think is more clear, and this is a weekly chart. So we have a breakout here in 2016, all-time highs, a very deep pullback, but notice exactly it ended where the breakout occurred, above the 2015 highs, and then a move higher to fresh all-time highs. This is a bullish pattern. In other words, we got a breakout, throwback, another continuation. So overall, bonds of all sorts, including junk bonds and treasuries, I think are in a bull market as well. All right, let's move on to the currency universe. Here's US dollar on a daily time frame. Yeah, pretty nasty looking chart. Continuing selling pressure. Here are actually multi-year lows on this few days ago. So could this be bottoming action? It's possible. I mean, this could be like a doji hammer with a follow-through, but this is a daily time frame, and if we look on weekly time frame, then you notice that there was a hammer-like candlestick here a few weeks ago, and that one, this one right here, from July, and this weekly hammer really didn't go anywhere. Now we have a little bit of a spinning top, maybe, kind of candlestick. So I mean, this shadow out of the bottom, it definitely is showing a presence of buyers, but the shadow out of the top is also showing presence of sellers. Therefore, this is a spinning top, and it shows sort of an indecision. The important thing, I think, on this chart is the fact that these are indeed multi-year lows, and we took out the 2016 low. Especially if we have a weekly close below 91.88, I think that would pretty much put a coffin into a bullish theory for the dollar, because once we close below this level, it would become a resistance level. We'll kind of most likely will start bouncing off of it and continuing lower. So in other words, a bear market will ensue. For now, there is a slim chance that dollar will rally from here. If dollar was to rally, then gold will come under pressure. Okay, here is DXY on a daily time frame, but here what I wanted to show is this indicator. We got 4 different lines here, and this indicator is I'm using it for the new service, the Elite MasterChartsTrading.com Elite service, and you can get it for free if you sign up for MasterCharts Trading and have paid at least 1 month. Here DXY on a daily time frame. What this indicator is showing that if I was trading DXY, I don't trade DXY. I would already try to short it as early as 93.66, and if that fails, I will try to short it around 96.20. So those are 2 nice levels for you to watch, in the coming days ahead. Let me do Euro US dollar, and same thing. Euro versus US dollar now is in the bull market. I would, if I was to trade it, I would start buying around 1.17806 right there, or start strongly buying at about 1.1 14216. So again, this indicator it's an overlay. It's not an indicator. You can get at MasterChartsTrading.com if you sign up. Here's Euro on a daily time frame. Notice here we have a gap and a bullish crossover of the moving averages, and these are 52-week highs. Now this candle here sure as heck looks like a rejection candle with a follow-through, so it's possible we will get a pullback, and this is what I'm saying. The Euro versus US dollar, I think already a decent place to be buying would be 1.17806. Here's a weekly time frame for Euro versus US dollar. I think we're seeing a major breakout over the past few weeks rather. It's definitely overextended, because look how far this move has continued from. It was from almost parity to the dollar. This is 16-17%. That's a lot for a currency in just a few months, really. So definitely overdue for a pullback, or at least a retest of this breakout. So I'm guessing, let me see, Euro versus US dollar. I'm guessing on this chart, maybe 1.168, 1.1. Yeah, like right there, most likely, little bottom. Yeah, right there. Okay, let's continue to gold. Okay, this is gold on a daily time frame. Big news this week, of course, is this breakout above 1300 for gold. Big deal, I think. If this breakout holds, this could be we could be in for 52-week highs relatively soon. Here's GLD on a daily time frame, a little bit more zoomed out. I'm gonna zoom out a little more actually. The 1 year here. Notice several things happening in this 124, 124 and a half area. A support break here from December of last year, an attempt to regain that support break. I mean, notice just how tightly it was. This rebound came exactly to where the lows were from the support break. Immediate strong rejection, a really strong pullback, and then wave-like rise. Now I think this is a bona fide breakout, and again, if we hold it on a throwback, and I'm sure throwback is coming. In other words, we need to retest 123.07, 123.30. I think the gold could continue higher significantly. fact, we are approaching 52-week highs. 52-week highs was 1377. We are currently at 1330, so not that far off. And notice this is the same resistance I just pointed out. So we are certainly moving in the right direction. I am bullish on gold. Here's the reason why I'm bullish on gold. I have my own experimental proprietary gold breadth index, which just calls bull or bear market. It's just pretty brute kind of indicator. So here back in May of 2012, this indicator called the bear market. Notice that it never kind of moved above plus 3.5 until March 2016. So again, all of this attempted at breakouts, I would have shorted them, and only this breakout here was a genuine breakout. So I think for gold became bullish to me in March of 2016, and I still think we're in bull market. Again, this indicator just moved to 4. In other words, unequivocal bull market. Here's GDX on daily time frame. Big event this week was the a golden cross of a 50-day moving average going above the 200-day moving average. This is indeed a big deal because many trend following system will simply look at 50-day over 200-day and then start buying on pullbacks. Again, also we're experiencing new highs being made within the index. Notice before we're making new lows and now we're making new highs. And here's that indicator went to 4 today, this week rather. Here's GDX on the weekly time frame. I actually have a position myself open, and we opened recently at MasterCharts Trading, sent an alert to my subscribers. So it looks like a very nice move here. Here we had a triangle break, but immediately we had a bullish engulfing, and it was confirmed. And bullish engulfing was right there. I'm going to show it to you in zoomed in chart on the weekly time frame. Here's that triangle consolidation. Well, sort of. Kind of like an inside wick, I guess, with a support break, with a break to the downside, but then immediate right there bullish engulfing, outside reversal, gap up, and then just continue at higher. So this is I'm leaning, significantly more bullish than bearish for gold and gold miners. And here's GDX on a daily time frame with all of my proprietary indicators here. Here's the full gold breadth index going to 4. Here's one of the other indicators, percentage of stocks on the buy signal going to 100%. We were oversold here. According to this, another experimental indicator, which is basically advanced decline line oscillator of the advanced decline line. Oversold here just recently, and then notice how nicely we just skyrocketed. So overall, gold miners, I think, are in a bull market. Okay, let's look at West Texas Intermediate light crude oil. This is a daily time frame. Now I'm leaning more bearish for oil simply because of the oversupply. But currently the situation is a little bit difficult to read. Notice this weekly weekly candles here. I mean, we had a big surge here, and then we just kind of deflated, but we deflated without, I feel like there's not enough selling basically, and I wanted to open a short, but then I'm like, I just don't feel like there's enough selling, so I did not. All of this 5 weeks, the candles I don't like, so I did not open a short. Notice that this week we came to the bottom of this big white candle, and it looked kind of like a hammer. So I'm not sure I want to short it right now. I am not bullish, but I don't want to short it currently, so I have no positions. Here's Brent oil, and notice that this one looks different. In fact, we had a kind of like a flat consolidation here, and Brent finished the week much stronger than West Texas. Notice how West Texas pulled back relatively sharply, while Brent consolidated sideways. So here's Brent on the weekly time frame. Notice that we had here a couple of black candles actually, and for West Texas it was all red. So I am thinking there is some sort of a divergence here between West Texas and Brent, and I want to wait, want to see which way it breaks, basically. Here's that same indicator for U.S. oil I just showed for U.S. dollar. Notice where oil bounced off of the blue line. I mean, I'm not making this up. It just bounced for this. So this indicator is actually quite useful. I use it all the time because it will show you, it will help you find a good entry point and a good exit point. And again, currently I just don't feel like there's enough bearishness on oil, so I'm staying out of the market. Okay, here's natural gas on a daily time frame. I think this is a bullish chart. I'm leaning more towards the bull case for natural gas. We actually opened a position relatively recently in UNG as well. Here's a weekly natural gas. Bullish engulfing, I think, has been confirmed. I think we can now say that we are, we confirmed this bullish engulfing, and I think we may finally retest this $3.40 and maybe finally continue higher. Copper on a weekly time frame, beautiful looking breakout. So breakout above $2.82. Strong white candlesticks. Look at this strong white hollow candlesticks. Nice move. A little bit overextended, sure, but nevertheless quite a bullish chart. In fact, here's JJC. You can play copper on retail level, and we are playing it at MasterCharts Trading. Latest position alert was sent here May 12th. You got, if you took the opportunity, first target, gap through the second target, third target, 52-week highs, continuous, still moving higher, and this is our stop right now is at 34 or something like this. So yeah, very nice move. Unfortunately, I don't have a position. Sometimes I wish I did, but I think my subscribers are more important. So again, please, if you like this video, hit the like button. It means a lot to me. If you have any comments, please comment below, and of course share this video with others who might benefit from it. Thank you for watching. Have another great trading week. Bye-bye. So I wanted to show you how to find us on the internet. Please go to MasterChartsTrading.com. We do have a trade alert services which are live right now, so please consider signing up for the service. It's only $24.95 per month. Also, if you sign up for our mailing list, you get a discounted membership. You get to see what I'm buying and selling and which funds I'm looking at, potential buys, sells, etc. There's quite a bit of members-only content once you log in. There's a lot of information about risk control, which is actually extremely important for traders, because the preservation of capital is really one of the paramount to the success as trading. There's quite a bit of psychology of videos, psychology of trading videos in the members only section as well. Also, I'm going to be starting a Dividend Aristocrats service. For now, it's free for the members that are logged in, that are already paying members, so that's another benefit to signing up soon. The blog section shows the previous posts and market videos, of course. Also, I've added a new section here, which is FAQs, and I do get quite a bit of questions about various, ideas and questions about the market. So if you do have a question, please don't hesitate to send it in. Send it here, and I'll be hopefully I'll be able to answer it for you. All right, thanks for watching, and please consider signing up for the trailer services. Bye-bye.